Gotta love the good old short track racing at Martinsville Speedway. Nowhere better than the paperclip to decide who will make the championship four at Phoenix Raceway. 4 champions over 3 days. They've been battling in the gauntlet for almost 10 months. All that time, you fight for this opportunity to be one of 4 to raise the crown at Phoenix next weekend. This here is Sport of Speed. I'm your host, Devon Henry. We set up for next weekend's NASCAR Championship for all 4 series, crowning their title victors here in 2024. Before we get rolling on this week's show, let's take a look at our starting grid to set you up for everything going on this weekend, the semifinal at Martinsville and the title championship next week at Phoenix Raceway. Join me for story time. Frankie Muniz, the actor turned speedster, sits down with some kiddos and some very anxious parents to meet the former Malcolm in the Middle Star. He's one of my favorite guys to chat with in the garage. Harrison Burton will win the 100th race for Wood Brothers Racing and his future coming up in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And meet Nick Covey, a former Mountain Ridge Mountain Lion in Glendale turned Daytona 500 champion. Now the jackman for the legendary Richard Childress Racing number 3 machine. But today we'll kick things off with the rookie sensation Jesse Love. This California kid is looking to become just the 4th driver in NASCAR Xfinity Series history to win the championship and Rookie of the Year honors in the same season. The Richard Childress Racing driver has already won 2 ARCA West championships at Phoenix Raceway and now looks to add a NASCAR Xfinity Series title to that resume. Let's ride the inside lane with Jesse Love.
I think I got a really good crew chief in Danny Stockman. He's able to lead me really well, and obviously I still, do my best to take the reins and get better myself and prepare for these events and these races, but he obviously gives me a lot of good guidance. So I feel like everybody at RCR kind of is able to tell me what to do and probably more importantly what not to do, and especially in moments like this, that definitely pays off. So we've definitely had a good year so far, and I think what would satisfy us is to be able to go race for a championship.
It seems to be speedy this year. 5 poles, whether that's from February or coming all the way to now. This team has been so fast throughout the entirety of the year. Where is that speed coming from? How much faster can you go? And what do you do to continue building that momentum here at the tail end of the season?
Yeah, there's been a lot of times this year I felt like qualifying hasn't really been our strong suit, surprisingly, because I don't really know what to expect grip level wise when I kind of go out there and make these runs. And I'm pretty big on prediction, right? Kind of knowing what I'm going to have before I get to the corner, just how my brain works, right? So I've tried to change that a little bit and start to focus more on just the feel of the tire, and that's obviously kind of helped me recently. So obviously, I feel like Stockman's track record is always to have, really fast qualifying cars, and we've made our stuff really good in the long run these last few weeks, and I feel like that's kind of been helping us and making our run for the championship.
And I saw earlier this summer you had to head back home out to the West Coast and get back on the surfboard. How good was it? I know North Carolina has some lakes and ponds that you can do here and there with, but how good was it to get back on a surfboard this summer and get back catch some waves?
Yeah, it was obviously good to just get to California in general. Got to take my girlfriend there for the first time and see kind of where I grew up and things like that, and see some old friends, my buddy Zay and stuff like that, and go surfing with him in Santa Cruz. So always, miss it being in North Carolina. Obviously, wake surfing doesn't really do it justice. So I'm just looking forward to getting back out there in the winter this year. We're going to try to spend some more time out there so I can see my family more often and spend some more time in California in the off season.
And a shot to punch that ticket to the championship for Phoenix Raceway, where you've won some ARCA West championships. Only 3 drivers in Xfinity Series history have won Rookie of the Year and the championship in the same season. What would that opportunity mean to you?
Yeah, I think we have a really good chance at it. I don't know what it's going to feel like or how it would feel because, again, it's such a big emotion, right? You don't really know until you're in that spot. Even when you're in that spot, I don't know if I'll be able to put it into words. But I feel like if we get to Phoenix that we're as favored as anybody is. I feel like if we can just get there with how good our cars are there and how good I am there, I feel like I'll put myself up against anybody at Phoenix Raceway. So raced for a championship, many times there and have come out on top, which is another confidence booster. And I feel like everybody says, if I can just get to Phoenix, right, it's all about what you do to get there. And I think obviously that's the hardest part, but I think I truthfully believe that we're doing everything that we can in our power to get there right now.
Well, this dude has certainly caught fire in recent weeks. Layne Riggs in Front Row Motorsports, 2 wins to deprive the playoff field of those automatic bids. And you guys look hot, hot, hot right now. What was it that happened? I know it happened a week late, but what was it that happened that got the monkey off the rear tailgate of this truck?
I don't know. Everybody's been asking me that. You know, what did y'all figure out? What did you do, at the shop, or what are you doing different at the track? We're really doing nothing different. We're just keep doing our thing. We're just building every single week. And, when you run in that top 5 to 10 area, it's really not much to get all the way to victory lane. If you're running in the top 5, just one little adjustment away, and you're sitting in victory lane. So just super thankful to Dylan, my crew chief. He's been doing a great job. He's learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. I'm able to tell him more what I need, and I'm able to understand what I need at the racetrack and between stages and how tracks trend and how the tires wear. I'm really getting a feel for all that stuff. And I think just our gelling together and everything just going a lot smoother at the shop, everything just going smoother on the weekend. It just took a little bit of time, and I think that we just finally hit our stride, and we hit 2 weekends in a row where we got 2 wins with 2 really dominant trucks. So the guys are working hard in the fab shop, putting new bodies on it, got some new personnel in the shop too. So it's super thankful to be here driving this truck. It's been fast. Hopefully we can keep winning races, and I'm really excited for next year.
Tradition that's growing right now. 2-time Truck Series winner now for you. Your dad, Scott Riggs, Truck Series winner as well. How important is that legacy to you that has now been built and growing that throughout your NASCAR career?
It's been great. He comes to the track with me almost every single race, and it's really been awesome. He's been a great mentor to me, taught me all I know, and just keeps pushing me every single weekend to be better and better. So everybody talks about our stats back and forth, who's better, and it's
gonna be you soon, right?
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I think he's done building stats, so now it's my turn to build them, and hopefully I can build a little bit higher.
Coming up on the other side, we sit down with the actor turned speedster, Frankie Muniz, sitting down for story time with some kids and some very anxious parents looking to meet the superstar actor and race car driver. We get to chat with Harrison Burton, who gave the Wood brothers their historic 100th win in NASCAR, inside the life in and off the racetrack with Harrison Burton. Former Nebraska Cornhusker and Glendale Mountain Ridge alum Nick Covey, a Daytona 500 champion working for the legendary number 3 machine. All that on the way on Sport of Speed.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granny! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1,
Listen.
No, basta move, basta move, basta move.
Kick off the model year-end savings at Bird's Volkswagen. Final 24 Tiguan's are on sale. 0% for 60 months and $2,000 bonus cash. Or final Jettas, only $22,935. Kick off your model year at Bird's Volkswagen, Baseline and Country Club.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kinda looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
You know, when you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
How about some awesome news that came to us last week? The actor turned speedster, best known for his roles in Big Fat Liar, Malcolm in the Middle, Racing Stripe, the list goes on and on. Frankie Muniz will be racing full-time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in 2025. In fact, if you're going to NASCAR Championship Weekend on Friday, not only will you be seeing two championship events, the ARCA Menards West Series in the morning and then the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at night, you will get to see Frankie hit the track. Not only will Frankie be getting accustomed to becoming a full-time NASCAR driver, he's still getting accustomed to being a full-time dad as well. He combined his two favorite things, talking NASCAR and his love for kids, on this week's Beyond the Fire Suit.
So we are reading Race Car Count by Rebecca Kai Dotlich. Red light, yellow light, green light, go! Race Car 2, all sleek and new. Blares, hey, look out, I'm coming too. Race Car 4, all shiny red. Rumbles, grumbles, poles ahead.
I was super excited to be invited by Phoenix Raceway to come out here to Avondale Library to read to the kids. As an Arizona resident, obviously I like to be involved in the community, and I'm a father of a 3-year-old, so I understand, you know, how much joy the kids get out of maybe meeting a race car driver or having a story read to them.
All lined up, 10 in a row. Red light, yellow light, green light, go! The end.
A race car driver.
Well, a lot of race car drivers start when they're about your age, at 5, 6, how old are you? 5. So a lot of race car drivers start at 5, 6 years old racing in go-karts.
If you get in a car crash, you'll break your leg off like.
You could get hurt.
I want to go in the race car.
You want to go in the race car?
Yeah.
Oh. There's a race car outside, you gotta go check it out. It's not mine, but there's a race car outside you can check out.
You know, the fact that I can come out and do that and hopefully put some smiles on kids' faces, it's a win.
There is no team more storied in NASCAR than the Wood Brothers Racing Team. Some of the most historic and prominent drivers in the sport, some of the most iconic paint schemes, and some of the biggest wins in all of NASCAR. And for years, this team sat at 99 wins in all of their program's history. We sat here patiently waiting to find out who would deliver the historic 100th victory for the Wood Brothers Racing Squad. And it turned out to be a second-generation driver. The son of Jeff Burton, Harrison Burton, went out at Daytona, the most legacied racetrack in all of NASCAR, and gave the Wood Brothers that 100th win. Unfortunately, it came after learning that he would no longer be racing with the team. in 2025. It's going to be a roller coaster ride here for Harrison Burton, moving back to the NASCAR Xfinity Series and working to get another NASCAR Cup Series ride. We got to chat with the youngster and all the fun that comes with him to learn a little bit more about what he has learned in this chapter in his life, what is next, and of course, the most stressful thing he's ever done in his life, proposing to his girlfriend. The man to bring the Wood brothers their prestigious 100th win in NASCAR, Harrison Burton, closing out the season with Wood Brothers Racing, but so much has went on this year. Your Cup career just getting started still, but I gotta know, do you have a favorite piece of Wood Brothers throwback swag that you've collected over the years? I know whether it's Cindric, whether it's you, everyone loves their good old throwback swag.
Yeah, it's a good question. Probably my favorite thing I just recently got was a Cale Yarborough diecast that he signed. So I saw that in the team store and in Stewart and bought that. So I had to get one of those.
Nice, I like that. Obviously a lot changing now, moving to the Xfinity Series next year. Last year here with the Wood Brothers, but that Daytona victory, the Wood Brothers 100th win. We've been waiting years to see who's going to bring that to such a legendary group. But I want to look all the way back. Can you stem across all the years that you've been here with the Wood Brothers? Your dad, Jeff, jumping around in the booth with that win. What do you think you're going to take away most from this chapter in your life?
I think a lot. I think, I've learned a lot about myself and about this race team and the people that have been involved in this, and just really cool to be a part of it, right? To get to know the Wood Brothers family. We're still really close now, which is really awesome, and just learning about, what makes you tick, right? And how to overcome adversity and how to handle those things. As a young kid, it's kind of hard, right? I feel like I'm starting to mature and get older and older and be able to navigate those waters better. So it's been good. It's been a really good learning experience, and I'm walking away from this a much better race car driver than I was beforehand. And feel like, next year in Xfinity, I'll be able to show that.
And two really big new things coming next year for you. One, of course, going to the Xfinity Series, but I'm really curious, what was more strenuous? The final laps in Daytona or the anxiety of being prepared to propose to your girlfriend back in March?
Oh, the proposal was much more scary than anything else I've ever done in my life, honestly. But, the nice thing about racing is I kind of know what I'm doing, and I've studied and prepared, and not that I wasn't prepared, but it's definitely nothing you've ever done before, right? And getting engaged is, it was scary. I knew she'd say yes, but I was still nervous. I don't know why.
Soon to be Mr. and Mrs. Burton in about 1 year's time, but for now, looking to close out 2024 strong, Harrison Burton with the Wood Brothers Racing Team. Martinsville Speedway is one of NASCAR's original race venues on the inaugural schedule. But do you know what track hosted the first ever NASCAR race? This event predates the formation of what would eventually become the NASCAR Cup Series. You need to go all the way back to 1948, where over 14,000 fans watched Red Byron win the inaugural NASCAR event at a racetrack that wasn't even a racetrack at all, on the Daytona Beach. Sport of Speed returns on the other side.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I wanted the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on? I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Before I say goodbye, we turn our attention to deciding the Championship 4 in the NASCAR Cup Series at Martinsville Speedway tomorrow. I have for you one of my favorite segments that I get to do. You might not know that a lot of the service pit crew members in NASCAR are actually former collegiate athletes. Those changing the tires and filling up the car with gas. Most of them used to play college football, Division I college football. They were star athletes. And when their trip to the NFL didn't quite work out, somehow, some way, whether they knew racing or not, turned to NASCAR. I got to chat with a former Daytona 500 champion and also a former Glendale resident, Mountain Ridge alumni Nick Covey, who now pits the legendary number 3 car for Richard Childress Racing. Get to know Nick Covey and his road to NASCAR after starting quarter midgets when he was a kid. High school football players across the nation dream to perform in front of the biggest crowds and in the largest venues in the world. That is exactly the road that Nick Covey has driven. Kinda. The 2005 Mountain Ridge graduate serves as the jackman on the legendary Richard Childress Racing number 3, lifting a 3,400-pound race car, living a life similar to what he knew growing up on the football field.
I mean, it's just the same, right? We train, we go out, we train 3 to 5 days a week, practice. We go in the weight room, work out, and then as far as jackman, I mean, I'm jumping out in front of cars that are going 50, 60 miles an hour. One pit stall away, which is about, 30 feet away, and you jump out in front of them, jack up the right side, run around, jack up the left side, put tires on, and still stay competitive, and that's about it.
For more than a decade, Glendale, Arizona native Nick Covey has performed in front of over 100,000 fans at one of the biggest sporting events in the world, the legendary Daytona 500, an event that he won with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2014. And it all started on the gridiron after nearly starting his own racing career.
At a very young age, we started doing some quarter midget stuff. We said, you're going to choose football or you're going to choose racing, and I chose football. But I'm back in racing, so just not driving the cars.
Covey was part of the Mountain Ridge football team in 2004 that made the 5A state championship game as the 16 seed.
Martin steps up into the pocket, finds Covey.
The tight end linebacker hybrid earned a scholarship to the University of Nebraska, but an injury-riddled college career spelled the end of his athletic career until an unlikely door opened, bringing him back full circle to the beginning of his sports story.
There was a guy that worked at Nebraska that had a tie-in through one of the guys at Hendrick, and they started to run these pit crew combines with ex-athletes that maybe didn't have an NFL future or to go on. And there was a tryout in Omaha, Nebraska, and I said, heck with it, and went and tried out. And they called me 2 months later and said, can you move to Charlotte? And that was it.
Since joining the sport in 2009 and winning the Daytona 500 championship, Covey has become a staple in the NASCAR garage. And he still sees a handful of similarities that ignite his passion for sports today, just like he did 20 years ago.
Just staying competitive, having a camaraderie with your guys and your teammates, and still being able to, not really have a real job.
From the start of the season at the Daytona 500, and now we're ready this upcoming weekend to crown the champion at Phoenix Raceway. Joey Logano and Tyler Reddick, they are already clinched from their wins at Las Vegas and Homestead Miami Speedway. Which 2 drivers are going to join them? Denny Hamlin, Brian Blaney, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson. Who will be the 2 to join them and fight for the Bill France Cup at Phoenix Raceway? It has been a blast joining you here on the CW throughout these NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. 4 champions over 3 days this upcoming weekend at Phoenix Raceway. I will be there. I will see you there as well. No guarantee that these Ducks will be there, but they're pretty dang excited, and I'm excited to see which 4 champions will be crowned coming up at Phoenix Raceway. Until I see you during championship weekend, make it a great week, and let's get ready to make history and crown royalty at Phoenix Raceway.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kinda looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
You know, when you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.